Ayubowan. Very good morning for all of you. The director, the principal, the academic staff of the St. George International Teacher Training Institute, all my academic colleagues at the Sri Lankan University system, Reverend sisters, parents, well-wishers, and dear diplomats. I think today is one of the most memorable day in your life because you receive a certificate of your education, that is higher diploma, and certificate, altogether 240 higher diplomats and certificate holders going to get their certificate from us. So first, you all has to be very much thankful to St. George International Teacher Training Institute. The main reason is because of the presence of that institute, you are getting this particular education qualification. The 1921 is one of the very historic years in Sri Lankan education. That is the year British has introduced their education systems to Sri Lanka. So now in 2021, after exactly 100 years, you are having your own convocation, though we are about almost 1 year late. That mainly because of the COVID pandemic situation. So we all now living in an era called new normal condition. So if you just had a good look on your time, pre-era or before the COVID-19, we normally call the normal situation. So after 2021, so we are living in new normal condition. So you can't expect everything we enjoyed at the normal condition. Unfortunately, most of you all have not done chemistry. So I am one of the very popular chemistry lecturer in Sri Lanka. I have written so many books, like my good colleague and the friend, Professor Sarath Vijayasuriya. So I have written so many chemistry books, especially for the A-level students. There is a law called the Lee-Chatelier's principle. But I think unlike our time, you all are different. You all are living with the Facebook and some small gadgets, what we call as the mobile phone and the other thing. So as academics, we are very worried. The new generation, some people say the wrong generation, some people say the young generation, whatever is said and done, they are not reading enough. But I am not agreeing with that. Yes, our time, we used to read hard materials. But now, you all are reading the soft things. Everything in your small gadget called the mobile phone. So just go home and calculate how much of time you are spending with your new friend called the mobile phone. Sometimes the dinner time has come. Your parents want to be with them because the dinner table is the most important table in all houses. Why? Your parents, you, your brothers, sisters, everybody is having dinner at the same time. But most of the time, wrong generation or new young generation, they are not interested to have dinner with their parents. They think that parents do something bad for them. They are asking several questions from you. What is doing now today? From today onwards, most of the parents, they are going to query about what will happen to the next stage when you are going to get married. So most of the girls, they don't like that particular question these days. Because I am very honest and a prestigious person, because I am the current Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sri Jayawardenepura. That is the largest university in Sri Lanka in terms of student numbers. We recently had 2 convocations in last December and the last September. Both convocation, I have given 8,000 degree certificates. That's the number. We have normally booked 3 consecutive days from BMICH. So basically we are having 12 sessions, 4 sessions per day, minimum 400 students per session. So I am a captain of giving certificates. So I can understand your thinking. That's why I'm so worried about your convocation day photograph. All these things were given by the British. Your cloak, my cloak, our hats, your hats. Some people are with hats, some are without hats. That is also something. So once I saw this particular people I know who are with the higher diplomates, who are the people getting higher diploma and who are the people getting diploma. So all these things are coming with some standards. So I have seen some are city and guild qualified people, some are with Pearson standards, some are with the people, teachers who can teach IELTS and other English examinations. Like those qualifications, now Sri Lanka also not far behind. From 2010 onwards, we have done massive changes to Sri Lankan education system. Now, most of the time, though you have some international standards, now we are looking for NVQ standards. So I am a member of TVEC, commission member of TVEC. So therefore, we are extremely we think that is very extremely important to have national vocational qualification. And I am a member of CVCD, Vice-Chancellor's Forum. So we are extremely worried about the Sri Lanka qualification framework. Now the entire Sri Lankan education system are basically dealing with the standards. So either you should have NVQ, or if you are doing some local things, NVQ, or otherwise the Sri Lanka qualification framework, that is for a diploma, higher diploma, graduates, postgraduate, everything. So we have covered everything. So therefore, I think that now the Sri Lankan education system also fairly decent. It's in par with most of the developed world. So yes, we may have some issues we have to understand, because still we are developing country. But we have a lot of fantastic human resources in Sri Lanka. Not only in the state university sector. Now we have 3 sectors normally we call: state university sector, non-state university sector, and TVEC sector. So we have a very rich human resources. So that's why our education, or the quality of education in Sri Lanka, is extremely good. That is one goal of the Millennium Standards. We are working with that to have a quality education by 2030 in Sri Lanka. That is an extremely important thing. To do that, we have to understand the young generation. Fortunately, though you see I am a fairly young professor in the university system, I have a son at your age. He's recently graduated from one of the universities in Sri Lanka, and he's very soon go for a postgraduate studies. So all these things are important. But even I can feel there are some missing links. Even the girl who has given a speech, she said, we have done everything online. We are all happy. We haven't disturbed the education system, but I think we have disturbed something missing. The education is not just get the knowledge. There is a theorem called 3H. Reverend Father Tilakasiri Fernando, he talk about 3 E's. There are so many things. I am a very good person, and I really want to see the 3H in the society. First H means you should have a good head. What do you mean by the head? Head is a knowledge. No problem at all. why we are doing the graduate programs, why we are doing the diploma, higher diploma programs, or even the certificate courses to get the knowledge. But the knowledge is now very easily accessed by the internet. Unlike our time, when you are at home, most of the time your father is fighting with your mother. That is a very normal thing in Sri Lankan families. If your mother is not fighting you with your father, have a closer look. Definitely something wrong with them. If they are fighting, why they are fighting? Fighting for the future of the children. අපි කියනවා මේ අම්මලා තාත්තලාට මම ස්තුතිවන්ත වෙනවා. මේ වගේ රත්තරන් දරුවෝ ටිකක් මේ ලංකාවට දුන්නට. මේ දවස්වල රටේ ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. ඒක වෙනම කතාවක්. ඒවා ටික කාලයයි. එහෙම වෙන්න ඕනේ. That is a science. Science අනුව කිසිම දෙයක් බිඳුව වෙන්නේ නැහැ. කොහේ හරි තැනකදී ආපසු ප්‍රතික්‍රියාව තියෙන්න ඕනේ. තාම මට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ අපි ඉන්නේ ඉදිරි ප්‍රතික්‍රියාවේද ආපසු ප්‍රතික්‍රියාවේද නැත්නම් තාම සමතුලිත අවස්ථාවේද කියලා. If you have done science, you can understand what the thinking. So it definitely ආපසු හැරීමක් තියෙන්නට ඕනේ. ඒ ආපසු හැරීමේදී අපිට වඩාත්ම වැදගත් වෙන්නේ මේ අපේ තරුණ දරුවෝ. Because our future is with you. One day myself, father, Sarath sir, everybody and your principal, we have to retire. So then there may be some blanks. So you are the people has to undertake all these things. Right, definitely I know that here there is no future Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sri Jayawardenepura or Colombo, because still you all are doing either certificate, diploma or higher diploma programs. But when we are at our convocation, I am always telling, definitely future Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sri Jayawardenepura definitely going to be in this particular forum. So therefore, the getting knowledge is not education. Under new normal condition, not only you, in all the universities, we all had or delivered the knowledge through the online programs. That is fantastic, superb. Some added advantage also there, because you have to be with the new technology. Be with the new technology. If you don't know the technology, you can't develop. ඒක නිසා ඉස්සර කෑම මේසෙදී අම්මත් එක්ක අපි රණ්ඩු උනේ හොරෙන් මොබයිල් ෆෝන් එක බලලා. තාත්තත් එක්ක රණ්ඩු උනේ අපි හොරෙන් කම්පියුටර් එක බලලා. මගේ අදහස නම් අම්මයි තාත්තයි රණ්ඩු කරේ අම්මා දන්නවා මොබයිල් ෆෝන් එකේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා කියලා. මොකද එයාටත් ඒ දවස්වල ඉඳන්ම කෙටි පණිවිඩ එනවා ඇති. තාත්තා දන්නවා පරිගණකයේ තියෙන සමහර ප්‍රශ්න නිසා වෙන්නේ නැති අපිත් එක්ක රණ්ඩු කරේ අපිට ඒව බලන්න දුන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් මොකද වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? ඒක සම්පූර්ණ අනිත් පැත්ත. අම්මයි තාත්තයි දෙන්නම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා අපි කොහොමද මේ මොබයිල් ෆෝන් එක පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ, අපි කොහොමද කම්පියුටරේ පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ. So we also have an opportunity there. අපිටත් ඒක නිසා හැබැයි අපි දැකලා නැහැ මේ under new normal conditions වල ළමයි ලොකු ප්‍රශ්න ඇති කරගන්නවා ඉස්සර වගේ. විශ්වවිද්‍යාලේ දවසක් මාත් එක්ක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මේ ඔබ දකින්න ඇති, in your graduation ceremony also there are 3 students. They had few words with me. 2 of them are one of my own students and one from one of my friend's daughter. That is good. I am fairly a friendly person. So most at the university now, even though I am Vice-Chancellor, there are students, they are coming to me, especially the girls and some boys. They are coming. They are very friendly with me. So they are complaining about their boyfriend. They said, "Sir, mata me boyfriend එක ඉන්න බෑ. මට boyfriend ගේ හොඳම යාළුවා නම් හොඳයි වගේ කියලා හිතනවා කියලා." Then I said, "Yes, it is fantastic. If you feel like that, have an affair with the boyfriend's best friend. Otherwise, your marriage with the current boyfriend end up with a divorce. Because our divorce rates are going very high. And our birth rates also going down." මම මේ තාම ඔළුවට කතා කරන්නේ හෙඩ් එකට. So you have to rethink about all strategies. Our death rates also gone down. Sri Lanka is one of the country having a very low birth rates. That is in par with China. If you check Most of the South Asian countries, the birth rate is so high. So therefore the population growth is so high. Sri Lanka is one of the country having a very low population growth. ඒක අපිට හොඳයි. තින රස්සා ටික හරි අපිට ඉතුරු වෙයි. වැඩිපුර කට්ටිය රට ගියායින් පස්සේ අපිට මේ රටේ හොඳට ඉන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. ඒක වෙනම කතාවක්. හැබැයි we have to very seriously think about that. Why our birth rates are going down. So some people are blaming the corona situation, but I am very happy person regarding the corona situation because our birth rates has gone up by some 20%. So therefore pregnant mothers' presence in Sri Lanka has gone up. But unfortunately some doctors call unexpected pregnancies. That I don't like that particular term. සමහර වෛද්‍යවරු මේක හඳුන්වන්නේ හදිස්සියේ ඇතිවෙච්ච gap ගැනීම කියලා. That is wrong. If you are going to have a baby, I am very nice to see some of I think the higher diplomates or the diplomates, so they got their certificate from me with the small baby inside your in your body. That is fantastic thing. So we love to see more and more births rates, or the births are happening in Sri Lanka, because everything depends on the young generation. So we have a serious issues. So people are talking about so many things, but scientifically we are facing lot of issues because our birth rates are very low. So therefore younger generation is not that great. Percentage wise it's somewhere around 23%. That is fairly low. When you compare with Bangladesh, that is somewhere around 45%. Look at those figures. So that is for your head. Rethink about strategies. Then the second H is the hand. There's no point of having a knowledge if you can't apply that particular knowledge in the society. Because society matters. Ultimately you go into the society. You have to work with the society. ඔබ සමාජය තුල වැඩ කරනකොට වඩාත්ම වැදගත් වෙන්නේ ඔබ දන්නා දැනුම ඒ සමාජය තුල ඔබ කොහොමද පාවිච්චි කරන්න කියලා. So therefore you have to take decision as quick as possible. This is like playing cricket. About 2 days ago, the entire Sri Lankans were overjoyed, including the girls. Why? Sri Lanka won at the last minute. That is a decision. Some batters, so they start very steadily. They hit the ball only at the final stages. Some people from day one, from the first ball, they really want to go for a six. Both are two methods. Which one going to be work? We don't know. In some matches, first method going to be work. Banuka Rajapaksa or maybe Kusal Mendis. Most of the time he end up with the 0 values, but one day he will score 100. That is also including 2 zeros. Fortunately, it has a 1 before 2 zeros, but most of the time he's ended up with the 2 zeros. That is also a thing. So something like they have to score runs so they can then we can win matches. Sometimes the middle order has to click. Maybe the Dasun Shanaka or maybe Chamika Karunaratna is my son's classmate, including the Lasit Tembuldania. They are all from Royal, the same class. So they have to click. So therefore you should know how you are going to apply your knowledge in the society. That is a very important thing. Even some of the graduates, some of the leaders, most of the people, they don't know how to apply the knowledge in the real world. That's why they fail in the society. Satya samaje venas. Api okay vidyaven kiyenawa satya vayut tiyenawa ඒත් එකම පරිපූර්ණ වායුත් තියනවා කියලා. So you have ideal gases and you have real gases. Most of the theories are based on ideal gases. ඔක්කොම අපි හදන theories තියෙන්නේ පරිපූර්ණ වායුත් එක්ක. But the පරිපූර්ණ වායු is no more. එහෙම එකක් නෑ ideal gases කියන එක යම් idea එකක් විතරයි. But the real gases are there. Real world is there. So then you have to change your own theories. You have to change your known theories and apply. Then only going to be a very successful person. In Sinhala it says, සෑම සාර්ථකම මිනිසෙක් පිටිපස ගැහණියක් සිටී කියලා. එහෙම එකක් කියනවා. දැන් මම මෙතනට ආපුවාම I don't know what to say, whether to delight or going to be very sad. Because here almost all 240 certificate holders, diplomates and the higher diplomates all are Homo sapiens sapien females. I can't see any Homo sapiens sapien males. එහෙම එකක් නැහැ. දෙගොල්ලම Homo sapiens sapien. Even in the university, Sri Lankan university system, the males are basically we consider as a distinct kind of a class. ක්‍රමක්‍රමයෙන් පිරිමියා විශ්වවිද්‍යාල පද්ධතියෙන් අධ්‍යාපන පද්ධතියෙන් වඳ වී යන තැනක තමයි අපි ඉන්නේ. But some of my colleagues are very happy. As a Vice-Chancellor, some people say it's very easy, no? You can very easily run the university. Now all the girls are there, no boys there. So normally most of the time boys are on the road, they are shouting, they are doing all the bad things, they do a lot of bad things to the universities. So if all the girls are in, you have to be very happy. Yes, as a married person, I am very happy when you have more and more girls. But the gender balance is extremely important. Now that is another problem is with us today. Where are all the boys gone? I don't know where they are. Even the universities, I can't see. Only the Faculty of Engineering, Moratuwa, has more boys than girls. And also the Sri Jayawardenepura and now the Peradeniya, Jayawardenepura and Colombo and Ruhuna and Southeastern. And I think very soon the University of Colombo also going to start a engineering faculty. That is a good thing. At least to see few boys in your faculty premises, university premises. If you take the MBBS or the medicine program, 65% to 75, sometimes 75% girls are there. Art faculty, 92% girls, 2% priests at the beginning. There is Buddhist priests. Very rarely to the University of Sri Jayawardenepura, your priests are coming. Most of our priests are coming. But if I count the number at the first year, so most of they have derobe. Why? When you have so many upasakammas, so you can't survive. So we have done some calculation. When every 100 monks, so I think after 3 years, maybe 4 years, only 10 survive. 90% derobe. So we are also doing some injustice to the Sri Lankan society. So anyway, so those are the new trends. So you have to rethink all your strategies. I am coming to the last one. So then you have the knowledge, you have hands-on experience. I think you all are having much better than us this one. Last stage, that is the heart. You should have a good heart. Why the heart is important? You know all theories, you know how to implement those theories, but think there is all these equations, they don't have a heart. That is the problem. Now these days gas prices are going up. Why? They are dealing with the equation. Fuel prices are going up. Why? They are dealing with the equation. Cost of living is going up. Yes, they are dealing with the equation. What is the missing link? It's heart. It's heart. So you have to think about the term called the love. The entire society is based on the love. That's why if the divorce rate is going up, I am so worried. If the unmarried rate also going up, I am also worried. Why? I know that the birth rate going to be affected. If you have a child, I am sorry to say there may be some unmarried people here. No problem at all. Just is my thinking. If you have a child, if you have a husband, so you start learning. There's a nice word called sacrifice. So you have to sacrifice some of your things. Otherwise you can't have a love with others. This particular day belongs to your parents, not for you. Why? Especially your father. He is the person spent on you, maybe if they have charge. He is the person given pocket money to you. He is looking at you. Both actually, but normally the father is a very silent figure. Your mother blaming every day to him. He is so silent. He knew or he knows that one day he is going to be a winner. What is that day? That is your convocation day. That's why I'm so worried about your photograph. This is the best photograph you are going to have in your life. So you don't not necessary to have another diploma or higher diploma or certificate. If wish, you can have a degree. Sometimes you may think that the wedding day may be the most important thing. Yes, if you are going to have one wedding, no problem. If you are going for a 2 or 3 weddings, then your first and second wedding photographs are not important. They are all obsolete. Your ex-husband, all these gone. Right? So therefore, this is the most important photograph in your life. Take a good photograph without ourselves and hang on a wall somewhere. All your visitors coming, relatives coming, show them you have received a diploma, higher diploma or certificate from George International Teacher Training College. So that gives you some kind of a thing. There's a term called the value addition. Value addition to your life. You have learned a lot. How to teach very young children, especially the preschool time. How to teach to the pupils. When you are teaching, just giving a knowledge is not enough, dear. You have to give that whatever is a knowledge with the love. I had a nice discussion with Dr. Pablo De Silva one day. Mangidan, I have correctly named his surname because now these days surnames are going here and there everywhere. So he said, people always telling if Pablo Silva is cooking or is undertaking any lunch or a dinner at a hotel, that is wonderful. Then I have asked, why, sir, that? Why your meals are so different to others? Sir, you know, always people are, with vegetables or meat or fish or whatever it is, they add tunapaha. I hope most of the girls, you know what do you mean by the tunapaha. If you don't know, you can ask from Professor Sarath Vijayasuri. He will explain better than myself. He is a professor in Sinhala. So then he said, in addition to tunapaha, sir, I add love. මම මේක හරි ආදරෙන් අහන්නේ. අපි හැමෝම කියනවා නේද? අම්මා හදන කෑම රහයි කියලා. සමහර ගෙවල් වල තාත්තලත් කෑම හදනවා. මගේ ගෙදර නම් මාත් හදනවා. මේ දවස්වල කොහොමත් මගේ නෝනා නැහැ ලංකාවේ. ඉතින් ඒක නිසා මමයි කොල්ලයි ඉන්නේ. අපි දෙන්නයි මමත් උයනවා. හැබැයි කවදාක්වත් මගේ කොල්ලා මට කියලා නැහැ අම්මා උයන තර කෑම තරම් මගේ කෑම රහයි කියලා. මම දන්නවා මේක කියන්නෙත් නැහැ කියලා. ඒකට හේතුව තමයි අම්මා උයන කෑම තුල ආදරයක් තියෙනවා. එයා හරි ආදරෙන් උයන්නේ. ඔබ ගෙදර එනකන් අම්මා කොච්චර බලන් ඉන්නවද? මේ දවස්වල මල කරදරේනේ අම්මගෙන් නේද? තමන්ගේ ඉන්න බෝයිෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් එක්ක විනාඩි 5ක් එහා මෙහා වෙන්න බෑ. කෝල් දිදි අහනවා දැන් පුතා කොහෙද? දැන් කොයි එකේ දෙන්නේ? මොන බස් එකේ දෙන්නේ? මොයි ට්‍රයි ෂෝ එකේ දෙන්නේ? මොකා එක්ක දෙන්නේ? එදා මම එකෙක් දැක්කා ඌ එච්චර මට ඇල්ලුවේ නැහැ. ඔයාගේ ළඟට වැඩි ඕකව මට එච්චර ඇල්ලුවේ නැද්ද? පොඩ්ඩක් මට ඇවිල්ලා එයාව හම්බ වෙන්න කියලා එහෙම කියන කාලෙ මේ. But I have checked most of your fingers. Lot of students without a ring. Most probably they are not married. If I am correct, I don't know. This is just kind of a visual thinking. Those few are pregnant. So that's the most important thing. The love. The love. I think the St. George International College, definitely they may have given everything with the love. So they basically, I'm a Buddhist. So basically, so unlike ourselves, so they talk about the love much more than us. So therefore, that is very, very important thing. Especially, most of you all are going to do school education. So therefore, I think my humble request from all the youths in this country, not only from you, get your education. Try to implement your knowledge in the real world. And please, love to all. Otherwise, you are going to be fail in the society. ආදරේ නැතුව මේ කිසි දෙයක් නවතින්නේ නැහැ. තාත්තයි අම්මයි රණ්ඩු වුණාට ඕගලන්ට තියෙන ආදරේ හින්දා ඒගොල්ලෝ කවදාකවත් වෙන් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක සහතිකයි. මං කියන කතාව මට ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්ව කතාව අමතක වුණා. ඔය ළමෙක් දවසක් දැවිලා කිව්වා සර් මට අපේ බොයිෆ්‍රෙන්ඩ් එක්ක මට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා සර්. මං දැන් කෝච්චියට පනින්න තමයි හදන්නේ කියලා. Then I said, පුතා, normally I call පුතා for all. මම මගේ නෝනත් එක්ක රණ්ඩු වෙන විදිහට මං හැමදාම කෝච්චියට පීල්ල දිගේ බෙල්ල තියාගෙන ඉන්නෝනේ හැම කෝච්චියක් මගේ බෙල්ල උඩින් ඩකස් ගගා යන්න ඕනේ. That is the young generation, new generation. You all are so sensitive. You all are not having the connectivity. You all are living with the mobile phone. You all are, most of the education are done with the online. So then we have lost the connectivity. We have lost the thing called the love with others. University education, this education is most important then when you are having the connectivity. When you are living with others, then you start sacrificing. Then you start thinking about yourself. ඒක තමයි මේ online education එකේ තියෙන මට තියෙන දුක. ඒකෙන්ද අපි උත්සාහ කරනවා පුළුවන් තරම් ළමයිව විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයට ගේන්න. ගෙනල්ලා මේ connectivity හදන්න ඕනේ. එක්කිනාට එක්කෙනා thinking හදන්න ඕනේ. අම්මයි තාත්තයි ලෝකේ ඉන්න හොඳම යහළුවෝ බවට පත් කරගන්නට ඕනේ. කෑම මේසෙදී ඔබේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අම්මා තාත්තත් එක්ක කතා කරන්නට ඕනේ. එහෙම හැදුවොත් තමයි අපිට මේ ලස්සන ලංකාවක් හදන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. හුඟක් අය කියන මේ දවස්වල කට්ටිය પાස්පෝර්ට් පොලිමේ කියලා. මම අත් දෙක මුස්සලා තව කට්ටිය පුළුවන් තරම් પાස්පෝර්ට් පොලිමට දානවා. එකම මෙතඩ් එක අපේ රටට ඉක්මනට ඩොලර්ස් ගේන්න නම් පුළුවන් තරම් අපි පිට රටට අපේ ස්කිල් වර්කර්ස්ලා යවන්න ඕනේ. Like you all. If you have your certificates, Pearson and City and Guilds, definitely you have more opportunities in UK and other countries. I have saw some article yesterday. Now the government is looking for more UK jobs for our graduates, diplomates, higher diplomates and the certificate holders. Because once you go there after 1 year, maybe 2 years, you can get the work visa. So then you all can send dollars to us. Because people like us, though we have all the qualification, necessary things to live in other part of the world, we love to be in Sri Lanka. ඒකෙන්ද අපි හොඳට ජීවත් වෙන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ අපිට ඩොලර්ස් එවන්න ඕන. Maybe it's a bit of a selfish idea, but we really want to have a good life in this country. Not only us. You need a better life in this country. I hope everybody is going to get a child or children. They want better life in Sri Lanka. So therefore we have to work for that particular line. And finally, I congratulate all the certificate holders, diplomates and higher diplomates by achieving very special occasion in your life. And I must thank all the parents tolerating this young generation. That is the most important thing I normally use, tolerating. මේ ළමයි එක්ක අම්මා කියන එක අහන්න නැතුව, තාත්තා කියන එක අහන්න නැතුව, කවුරුත් කියන්නේ නැති එක අහන්න නැතුව, එයාගේ ෆෝන් එකට වෙලා, කාමරේට වෙලා, අපිත් එක්ක කෑම කන්නෙත් එන්නේ නැතුව මේ අවුරුදු maybe now I think most of you all are at average age maybe 22 23, maybe I am wrong, maybe I am correct. මේ අවුරුදු 22ක් විතර වගේ මේ දරුවන්ව ඇස් වගේ බලාගත්තට I think I am very much thankful to you. And also all the academic staff at the St. George International Teaching Institute. They are the people educated you. You must salute all the teachers, academics in the St. George International Teaching Institutes, including the director, the founder, the director, the principal and academic staff, head of the academic staff members and all academic staff members, because they have given everything they know to you. අපි අර ඉස්සර සිංහල කතාවල් තියෙන ගුරු මුෂ්ටිය තියාගෙන තමයි අපි දෙන්නේ කියලා. එහෙම නොතියාගෙන ඔබට දුන්නාට ඒ අය ඔක්කොටම පිං. ඒ නිසා අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා යම් මොහොතකදී අපි ඔක්කොටම හොඳින් ජීවත් වෙන්න පුළුවන් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවක් බිහි වෙයි කියලා. ඒ සඳහා අපි වැඩ කරනවා. ඒ වැඩ කරන්න හදන්නේ අපි මේ තැන් වල ගිහිල්ලා ඉඳලා නෙමෙයි. අපිට පුළුවන් සෛද්ධාන්තික දැනුම, අපිට දන්න පුළුවන් ප්‍රායෝගික දැනුම සහ ආදරය කියන මෙන්න මේ තුන එකතු කරගත්තොත් so we can do wonders. Thank you very much.